My name is Naomi, and I'm 27 years old. I work in the sales department of an electronics producer. I'm actually incredibly happy right now. The other day, my boss, Keita-san, who works in the same department as me, proposed to me. I just told everyone at this morning's meeting that I'm now engaged.
Huh, I figured you two would get a divorce, but you got engaged, did you?
This woman is Yuriko-san. She's also an employee here that's 2 years older than me. She's a year younger than Keita-san, and he is her boss, just like me. She was the first employee that he mentored apparently, so I know that the two of them get along well. But she must be upset because we got along better than they did because she seems to be really annoyed by me. Maybe it's a possessiveness thing? Like I took her boss? By the way, it's rumored that Yuriko-san has several different boyfriends in other departments. I don't know the truth behind any of it, but I'm guessing that she likes to enjoy her time on her back. At least that's what I got from the rumors. Whatever the case, I really hope she continues to not mess with Keita-san from now on as well.
If you're engaged, does that mean that you've already got a ring and everything?
Yes, I did.
Tiffany?
Yes?
I knew it. When I was talking to Keita-san about engagement rings before, he said that he wanted to get a Tiffany's ring.
What do you mean?
Oh, we were just talking about rings is all. Not like Keita-san and myself, silly.
I see. I couldn't find the words to say, so I just said something as empty as I see. It was because I had fallen from Cloud 9 right back down to Earth. That's the first time I'm hearing anything about this. If Keita-san remembered talking about it with her, so he chose Tiffany's, then I'm going to be unhappy about that.
But man, Keita-san really just took the plunge, didn't he?
What do you mean by that?
I'm saying that he chose you, of all people, to be your woman for the rest of his life. What a boring life he chose.
I think that I'm more interesting than you.
He can't even go out to enjoy the nightlife.
Stop comparing everything to yourself.
Keita-san is only 30, so what a freaking waste.
I think that it's fine. It might be early for a man, but they say that if you don't get married by 30 as a woman, it's like you're a leftover on the shelf, you know?
And just what's that supposed to mean?
Oh, it's just something that I think people can all agree on. I don't personally endorse it, but…
Getting married that early means that you're just going to get thrown away. Men like younger women anyway. You're trash in 10 years.
Oh, okay. Well, then you're going to be thrown out into the trash 8 years from now. After all, I'm younger than you. I wasn't able to talk back to Yuriko-san when I started working here, but after I started dating Keita-san, I started feeling a bit more confident since I was his girlfriend after all.
Oh my gosh, finally free!
Hey, Keita-san! You were caught up with the chief and the CEO, huh?
Yeah, there were some people that didn't even know what they were doing at all. They were really digging and asking questions.
So, when are you going to submit the marriage papers anyway?
Probably in about 3 months or so. Naomi has some reasons.
What? You're not going to choose Valentine's Day or something, are you?
No, 3 months from now is now Valentine's Day.
There are a lot of people that aim for certain holidays when it comes to marriage and weddings. For some reason, Yuriko-san likes to mock that kind of thing and make fun of it. I think she was also making fun of Christmas and stuff too. The day that we were going to file the papers was going to be on our anniversary.
I know that.
I hope you all get along even after the marriage. Her last name isn't going to change even after getting married.
Huh? Are you not going to resign?
Yeah, Naomi and I are both going to be here, same as before. Suzuki-san is calling for me. Alright, going to go now.
You need to quit.
And why do I have to quit?
Because you're a woman. You should stay at home and focus on being a good wife.
Yuriko-san, are you really 29 years old? I could understand some grandmothers and even some mothers believing that kind of stuff, but someone at this age believing that kind of thing? I was a little surprised.
I mean, it's this company, I'm going to find a really rich man that can support me no problem and quit as soon as possible.
That's great. Hurry up and quit. It was clear as day that even if Yuriko-san decided to become a housewife, she would never do the chores and just slob around before her husband got tired of her and tossed her to the curb, but I'm going to just keep that to myself. The sales department and even the other departments all celebrated before week ended. That weekend, I was out shopping with Keita-san.
This sofa is seriously amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's so cushioned and the color looks good with the living room. We were out looking for furniture to put in our new house. Well, technically it's just Keita-san's house for now. We really wanted to move after filing the marriage papers, but Keita-san's apartment was about to renew its lease, so we actually moved into the house first. I've told the building manager that I would be moving in with him once we file our marriage papers. It's also just easier for the paperwork if I move in right around the time I file for marriage. My parents wouldn't allow me to live with him before getting married. That's why until then, I'm just going to go over and stay over from time to time.
All right then, this is gonna be my choice number 1. Let's go to other furniture stores next week too.
Yeah, other things to buy are... I need to get some moisturizing cream for the apartment.
Uh-huh.
You know how I always bring it from my house as like a sleepover set? That's a lot of stuff, so I just figured I'd leave it there instead.
Oh yeah, it's a good idea. You were doing the same thing as when we were still just dating.
I had stayed over at Keita-san's house before we were engaged. My parents were pretty strict about that, so I couldn't visit often, but I would take some things to stay overnight. I bought lotion and emulsion cream, among other expendables. I would bring my clothes slowly from my house. I want to hurry up and live with you. Maybe I should speed up the day that we file the marriage papers, huh?
That's not a good idea.
Huh? Keita-san fumbled his reply, anxiety in his response. I thought that he didn't really care much about when we were getting married, so I didn't know what was going on and why he wasn't okay with it.
Oh, we already talked about things to the company and the apartment. Our parents would be bothered too, right? We have to really cherish and take care of our anniversaries.
Right. If that's what they think, then I don't blame him. I guess I'll brush up on myself until we put in our papers. I want to learn how to cook and stuff too anyway. The fun weekend flew by and it was once again a Monday. My brain wasn't running yet, so I was just kind of staring at the PC when Yuriko-san walked up next to me and started talking.
Hey, I heard you moved, huh?
Yeah, the fact that she's asking me kind of makes me believe that Keita-san wasn't the one who told her. Maybe she found out from the department chief or something. Not that it really matters, but...
Where?
A place about 10 minutes away on foot from the office.
Huh, you don't have to wake up early to get to work then.
Yeah, you're usually pretty freaking late.
Shut up, it's just 10 minutes, stop making a big deal out of it.
You've been late an hour plenty of times too. I think that your moving won't help you. You're still going to be late.
Maybe I should move too.
It's a very popular apartment, so you won't find any more open rooms. It's designated for families, so you won't be able to get in if you wanted.
What? Are you trying to be rude?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. Nope, I'm just telling you that it's a condition to live there, is all.
I mean, I live in a very fancy, expensive high-rise, as opposed to a dinky little apartment for families. It's not like I care.
Yuriko-san did indeed live in Mani's high-rise, which is known in the area as a slightly popular area, but there's no way that she's paying for rent purely from her salary here. Maybe she's got a sugar daddy or something? Not that I really care anyway.
And it's boring that you can't even see the night view.
You can see the night view. I live on the 12th floor.
Oh? Well, I live on the 20th floor. The night view is so much prettier from my floor. I would be able to look down and see your apartment.
Yeah. I just shrugged her off and went back to work. I mean, she might have helped me wake up a bit, but not in a good way at all. I feel like she's escalated her behavior after I got engaged to Keita. I'm getting a little bit tired. I was planning on going to Yakiniku with Kei-san on the weekend, so maybe I'll just have a serious conversation with him then. We're both really busy on the weekdays. It was the weekend. Keita-san and I were able to get out of work on time and went to a nearby Yakiniku store. This is also one of the first places that we ever dined out together. This was the first time that I saw him really just relaxing and felt like he was attractive not as a boss, but as a man.
Yakiniku! I've just been thinking about this Yakiniku literally all day.
I totally get it. I was also able to get through the week because I had Yakiniku waiting for me.
Did you have that much to do at work?
I knew that the caring and considerate boss Keita-san would notice his employees were struggling. He picked up on getting through and understood that I was tired. Well, no, work was just as business as usual, but, well, Yuriko-san is really starting to tire me out.
Yuriko?
Yeah, I mean, I always knew that she didn't particularly like me, but I feel like her behavior has really gotten worse ever since we announced our engagement.
Really?
I have talked to him once a few months after Yuriko-san started talking down on me, so we had kept an eye out for things, but she never showed that kind of behavior around Keita-san. He wasn't sure if it was that bad, not to mention that he was the one that taught her, so he probably didn't want to believe that his pupil would do that.
Well, can you tell me what she's doing?
She'll say things like,
Oh wow, I can't believe you were able to get married.
or my apartment has a nicer view, or that kind of thing.
I mean, it's probably because she saw you when you were still new and working in the office, you know? Like, wow, that newbie really is going to get married, huh?
I don't know. I kind of feel like she's looking down on me too.
Honestly, you're probably just a little envious that you were the first to get married. You should just leave her alone since she's the one who's still single.
Yeah, but I mean, she doesn't have to say anything about the apartment. It feels like she's trying to make me feel worse about my money.
Well, she does make more money. Her apartment is very lavish and the view wasn't really incredible at night.
Huh? You've been to her apartment before?
Huh? Oh, this was from a long time ago. Way before I started dating you, Naomi. And it wasn't just me. I had some coworkers with me too.
Coworkers?
Yeah, some of my coworkers joined me. I mean, they're gone now, but...
I thought all of the people that started working here with you are still working with you.
Oh, well, he quit in like a month, so I completely forgot to even count him. Even some of my coworkers forgot about this existence, He said something about how he wants to be introduced to a girl, and Yuriko wanted a boyfriend, so I introduced them.
And you guys went straight to her house first thing? Isn't that weird?
Well, there was another girl there, and everyone was kind of having a party at her house. It was when we were still young, so it's not that serious or anything. It's not like there was anything between Yuriko and I at the time.
So, what happened to the two of them?
Well, it seems like they went out a few dates, but they ended up not going out.
Well, I mean, I guess anyone in their right mind wouldn't want to go out with a woman like Yuriko-san.
Is that good enough?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was just a little curious because you were getting along well with Yuriko-san.
I'm all about you being jealous.
I'm gonna try my best to not be jealous. I didn't know if what he was saying about his old coworker was true or not because I wasn't around. He might be lying, but maybe it's nothing insane.
Oh yeah, I know this is super sudden. Can we cancel tomorrow's plans?
We're supposed to go out and choose a venue, right? We made reservations, so I really want to try not to miss it, but did something come up?
Yeah, some friends of mine that used to live in my hometown were coming back from overseas. We were talking about all getting together, but this weekend was the only time that we could all manage to be free. After that, it would be like 3 months later or so.
Keita-san's hometown is located about 3 hours away by bullet train from where we are now. Really? Oh my gosh, you didn't know about this sooner?
Sorry, there are some people who work in customer service type jobs, so they didn't have the shifts until today.
I see. Okay, I understand. It's a little disappointing, but we can choose the venue whenever.
Thank you.
You're okay with me staying over tonight, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be leaving tomorrow before noon, so we can't take our time in the morning. Is that okay?
Yeah. Oh, or you can just lend me your keys.
But I don't know what time I'm going to be coming back home. I don't want to not be able to get back into the house just because you can't give me the key.
Right, that makes sense. I would love to have a spare key, but according to the building manager, they aren't able to make any more keys than the amount of tenants that are actively going to live there. Since I was still living with my parents, I wasn't able to have a key made for myself. Sorry,
I'll buy something for you while we're all out.
Yeah, I'll be looking forward to it. After we finished eating yakiniku, we went back to our house and just hung out. I'm gonna jump in the shower soon.
Yeah, take your time.
I love to take a bath and wear a facial mask. That was my routine, but... Huh? Where are my facial masks? I had a very special facial mask that had 3 masks for pox. It was one of the most cherished things I had at this house, but I can't seem to find them. There were supposed to be 2 more left. Keita-san?
Whoa, you scared me.
Keita-san immediately flipped his phone. Huh?
What's going on? Why aren't you in the shower?
Do you know where my facial masks are? The ones in the box. I swear I had them right next to the bath.
Well, I didn't touch them.
That's impossible. I remember that I put them away in the cabinet for sure.
But I don't know what you want me to say. Maybe it fell into a nearby trash can? I took the trash out yesterday, so it's gonna be long gone, but...
Aww.
I mean, you look great even if you don't wear any facial mask.
That's not going to make me happy. Truth be told, I was pretty happy to hear that. I mean, if he doesn't know, he doesn't know. I'm just gonna take my bath. Whew! I'm so refreshed now. After I get dressed, I immediately use my lotion and emulsion cream. I took out the lotion that was tucked away in the cabinet and noticed something else was off. Where did it all go? There was less lotion and the emulsion cream that were both in the same cabinet than when I last used them. Huh? I know for a fact there was more. I had just opened up a brand new bottle, so I barely used even 1/4 of the bottle. Taking a look now, it's almost down to half. No, this is definitely strange. After I moisturized my skin, I went back to Keita-san and started asking him about it. Keita-san, about my lotion.
Lotion?
Seems like you don't really know what I'm talking about.
What do you mean?
Well, there's a lot less than when I left it. What's going on?
Oh, I'm sorry. I totally spilled it. That's on me.
It's not really a bottle that you would accidentally spill, though.
Well, I'm actually pretty concerned about my skin, too. You know how your skin is super duper clean and stuff? I figured that your lotion was really good, so I gave it a try. When I was using it, I slipped and spilled it.
Huh.
I'm serious, but after trying it once, I figured that it wasn't good for me, so I quit right away. I just forgot to tell you. I'm really sorry. I'll just buy another. No, I'll buy you any bottle that you want.
Uh-huh. Keita-san has never used my stuff without my permission before, and he's never begged me to forgive him like this either. Maybe he's just relaxed now because we're engaged? Maybe this is his version of letting his guard down?
I'm so sorry. I know that we're going to be husband and wife, but still, I should respect your stuff and have some manners. I'm sorry.
Okay, just make sure to tell me before you use my stuff from now on, okay?
Of course.
I was a little bit confused and unsure, but Keita-san just wouldn't stop apologizing, and this was the first time, so I decided to just let it go for now. Afterward, we watched a movie and just hung out together. The following morning, I left the house by 9 a.m. Be careful today, okay?
Yeah, I'll see you in the office next week.
The following Monday, I went to work like I always do. Keita-san isn't here yet, I guess.
Good morning.
Good morning. You're here early, aren't you? I feel like Yuriko-san hasn't really been late as much recently. She's usually in the office 15 minutes before the start of the workday.
Yeah, I was close anyway.
Did you move or something?
No, I actually just came from a man's house.
I see. Just the usual, Yuriko-san. Is what I thought, but I noticed something off about the shirt that Yuriko-san is wearing. Huh? That shirt! It's the same one as the one I have. And that's the one that I left at Keita-san's house. Which means that when she's talking about a man, she's talking about Keita-san? Yuriko-san, where did you get your clothes from?
Huh? Say, I can't seem to remember. It seems I've completely forgotten.
Those are literally my clothes, aren't they?
What are you talking about? Why would I possibly have your clothes?
She was messing around and not taking me seriously, but I was sure of it. I had definitive proof that it was mine. Keita-san and Yuriko-san? I'm never going to let this go. You were at my house yesterday, weren't you?
What? Are you really going to start victimizing yourself? Why don't you just go talk to Keita-san directly and ask him, huh?
Good morning. Wait, what? What's going on, Naomi? You look furious.
You were with Yuriko-san yesterday, weren't you? I screamed at him and made sure that everyone in the department could hear me.
Huh? What are you talking about? I was in my hometown.
Then would you mind if I ask your mom about it?
I didn't go back to my parents' house so that she won't know. What's going on? Why are you asking me about that? Did Yuriko say something?
Oh, please. She just looked at my clothes and started screaming that it was hers. She must have really lost her mind.
Seriously, what's going on? Why do you know that these are your clothes, Naomi?
The buttons. Those buttons aren't the buttons that come with the shirt.
Huh?
One of them fell off and I had thrown away the spare one, so I just changed all of the buttons. I figured that if I was going to change the buttons, I might as well choose some that are cute and have some color to them.
Well, then this one just happened to have the same ones as the one that you changed to. This is what came with the shirt.
Then can you show me the tag that's around your hip? It should say that's from MoniRobo and it's a medium size. By the way, MoniRobo doesn't actually make this shirt.
Huh?
If you can't show it, then I'm going to assume that it is indeed MoniRobo's. Oh, wait a second. Maybe you just don't want to show your triple-layered lard belly, huh?
Just shut the hell up. Yes, this is your shirt.
Hey! Our deal was that you wouldn't say a thing.
Keita-san's panic response sealed the deal. He dug his own grave. That explains why all of my facial mask disappeared and all of my lotion is missing. Oh, and also why Yuriko-san, who's always late, stopped being late. Which meant that when I wasn't around, Yuriko-san was there seeing him.
The facial masks were pretty decent, sure, but the lotion and the emulsion cream? Yeah, those were cheap.
Well, if they were so damn cheap, why the hell did you use so much?
And I just had to wear this shirt. I was really going to go home on Sunday night, but, you know.
Yuriko-san glanced over at Keita-san. Keita-san must have thought it was too awkward because he just kept looking down. This is disgusting. Keita-san, why did you get with Yuriko-san of all people?
Well, that's just rude of you.
Shut your freaking face! I had never been this furious. I completely forgot that she was technically my older employee and Keita was my boss. I just let loose my emotional cannon.
Yuriko seduced me.
So? So what? She just seduced you and you just went with it? You could have said no.
But we're not married yet, so I just figured one last time.
Huh, you want that blubbery, lard-ass body?
You are being way out of line.
Who's the one being out of line? Do you have any functioning brain cells in that head case of yours?
Whatever the case, I'm really sorry about this. This was all my fault.
I know that it's all your fault. Can you stop trying to wrap things up like that? I'm not going to marry someone who's going to do something like this.
Huh? But
Just go marry her or something.
No thanks. I don't want to marry anyone from this company. Even the higher-ups don't have any money.
She must not have noticed all the stares and attention focused on her. The department chief and section chief both looked disgusted. So basically, she got bored of Kita-san after they slept with each other, and he's now old news. What was all that taunting and mocking for?
I don't want to marry Yuriko or anything either. She doesn't seem like she'd do any chores either.
Well, that's just rude, isn't it? I'm not your maid.
Both of you are seriously the worst, and I can't help but laugh about it. I don't care about this bitch, but the fact that you thought your wife was just a maid, I can't believe that I was actually about to marry a man like that.
Huh, it's all thanks to me. Congratulations that this was all before you got married.
Yeah, you're right, but I'm still going to be suing the two of you for damages.
Huh?
Well, he's my fiancé. This isn't just like cheating while in a relationship. I can actually get what's mine.
Wait, hang on. I didn't say that I won't marry you.
And what the hell makes you think that your opinion matters? You're going to pay for the engagement ring and the cancellation fees for the apartment. And while all of this was going down, time ticked on into work hours.
All right. Let's see on the private time. Now we are going to start talking about work.
Work?
Yes, from what I can hear, it sounds like these two were having an affair.
Yes.
Are we going to quit, Naomi-san?
No, I really like this company, so I don't want to quit. Plus, why do I have to quit when they're the ones that are in the wrong?
You're completely right about that. I'd also prefer you stay, Naomi-san. You've got a great sales record, and you're continuing to improve. But I'm sure if these two are here, it's going to be hard to focus on your work.
Yes.
Kada-kun, you're to be sent to the accounting department. You're going to be relieved of your position as project manager. But I'm going into the account department with Scary Boss? I really wish I could fire you, but in this day and age, it's not enough. You should be happy that you're even allowed to remain in the company. Sir! And Yuriko-san, I don't mind if you stay in sales.
Yeah, because I didn't do anything wrong.
No, you're at that age and you've got no title, and make the least amount of pay possible. There's nothing else that I can take from you. However, I will be promoting Naomi to project manager, so you will obey her every order.
What? Why the hell do I have to listen to Naomi?
Well, because not only did you two cause damage to Naomi-san, but all of the other employees, it's going to drop morale. You're in the sales department, the department that has the most interaction with outside employees, and you still don't understand?
Ah.
Let's have a lovely time together, Yuriko-san.
Naomi!
Can you stop calling my name? I'm your boss now, and you will refer to me as boss. After I got back home, all of the pent-up emotions let loose, and I remembered all of the memories with Keita-san. I bawled my eyes out. My mom and dad helped me and called Keita-san's parents' house to tell them what had happened. They apologized and said for me to do whatever I needed to do, that they would pay for it all. Keita-san and Yuriko must have found it too awkward to stay in the office because they both resigned. I don't know what happened to them, but I'm sure that people with no loyalty like that won't be useful anywhere they go. I was able to realize that he was horrible before getting married, so that's nice. And now I've been promoted to project lead at increased pay. I guess all is well that ends well.